everybody. It's Wednesday, and you know what that means. Yes, that's right. It's time for Sarcastic Distractions, the interesting podcast for interesting people. Featuring, as always, the Gentleman Society of Podcasting. Myself, Harvey.
Insert something funny here.
That's for the laugh track,
No,
right?
I'm supposed to insert
Oh,
something
you're
in post.
Oh, okay. Edit in post.
I didn't have time, so
Yeah.
that's my placeholder.
Well, it's going to be fun to see what you line up with what we just talked about.
Oh no, he's leaving that in.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I might leave it in. Yeah, so mostly.
My heterosexual like Big Dave.
Yellow all.
Insert something funny here.
Fucking,
You know, like the pineapple.
I would like mine to stay as it is. Actually, please do not modify
He
this.
doesn't. Yeah,
No,
it's
no.
perfect
I
as
expect
it is.
realism.
Getting so meta already.
For sure.
Yeah.
And the ever-loving, ever-trying AJ.
Insert something funny here.
Wow. He's consistent.
I was really actually
consistent.
expecting
From
him to actually have something funny.
And joining us on a very fun episode, the Cosmic One, Chris Cosgrove.
What's up?
Insert something funny.
Wow,
here.
Jesus, Murphy. Oh, boy. And if you out there want to insert something funny here, make sure to like and subscribe for more Sarcastic Distractions, because that's how you keep contact with us. And if you want to support us,
Like a balloon animal?
yeah,
And where would they insert it, sir? What are
Whoa.
you
Wow.
What are you offering?
I think you know. I don't need to explain that. I think we all know where you're going to insert the balloon animal. This
something
is
funny
it's
here.
pretty
I wonder if you
self-explanatory.
filled yourself through your asshole with enough helium, could you float?
I think you could.
No,
I think you
yeah.
could.
I
I don't know if
think
anybody
you-
could.
you'd
I think
die.
you could do it.
I'm going to take that as a positive.
You know, I
Thank
think
you.
that's an episode.
you would die because the helium would get into your bloodstream, and
But would you float?
somebody actually just died because of that. Actually,
Well, that's the thing.
From
that
they
I
put
found.
helium?
Topical.
Inhaling too much
Oh,
helium.
gotcha.
It'd
But did
be
they
like
float?
inhaling like too much CO2 or some shit, right?
Well,
So
yeah,
you
but
replace the
inhaling-
oxygen in your blood.
Well, that's just it. Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
you're toast.
So real
Exactly.
quickly, you can support us by clicking on save 10% on beef jerky by clicking on a smoking on beef jerky link. That'd be great. But what we're actually talking about is a little bit about this, but not really. And why Chris wanted to come on talk about this. We're going to talk about dreams.
We've done this before.
Dreams. Nah, not like this.
That's
yeah,
deja vu.
we're talking
Not with
about
a
the
guest.
dreams of society.
Yeah.
The dreams of
See, that
society.
was Dave and I's
Dreams of
question.
society? What the
Yeah, we're
fuck?
talking
Was it
about
like
the
our
dreams.
dreams and goals as
Yeah.
human beings, or was it like
Okay.
dreams of like when we're
I
sleeping?
think him and I were on the same page. Like the dreams, like
sleepy ones.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sleepy.
We can talk about
Ah.
dreams and goals too, sure, but that's not going to be as fun.
oh yeah. Okay.
like I want to talk about the
Like-
fucked up shit.
So we're not talking about aspirations.
Unless
Unless
it
you
happened in
dream
a
about
dream.
them.
if they manifest in a dream, then it's probably on
Okay, so
topic, yeah.
anything that I've dreamt about, I may discuss on our lovely
Yeah,
cast this evening.
Exactly. Like
Okay.
that weird fucking man pig dominatrix person you were having in the
Well,
affair
it's
with.
not
in
a
your
dream.
Wow.
That's reality. Are we
His-
talking about
his
this?
name-
It
Like,
started
what are
as
we
a
talking
dream.
about?
Bruno.
That's fair enough. Sorry.
Yeah, like okay, I
For
thought we were
sure.
on the same page
You're right,
about
my
dreams.
bad. My bad.
You
But
know.
it manifested from your dreams. That's why.
No, it did
Oh.
not. That's just
Straight
reality.
into reality,
Alright,
yeah.
Yeah. So let's get into it, friends. Let's talk about dreams. Anybody want to start with an interesting one or an anecdote? No.
So you know what? I'll start off real quick because I have a suspicion. Funny enough, I might be the quieter one on this.
No.
I never remember my dreams.
Well, to be
Interesting.
fair, you have there's a reason.
Well, there may be a reason. The only time I have ever remembered my dreams personally is when I've been ill or sick, and then
Yeah.
I, the fever
Interesting.
dreams.
Like fever
that's-
dreams. Yeah.
Yeah.
I asked him if that was pushing on an auditory nerve. Where you guys got here?
Oh man. Oh yeah.
Because
yeah.
no, I was
Ah.
like, it's only on the left side. It's only and then they grab his headphones and it's like, dude, it's fine.
It's true. It was fine.
But
But yeah, I am one of
Um,
those lovely people. I don't remember my dreams when I wake up.
lately, over the last, I'd say 2 to 3 months, not only have I been vividly remembering my dreams pretty consistently, but of having reoccurring one, which for me, like the first time since I think high school, I've had any reoccurring dreams.
Hmm.
Mhm.
I
That's
don't
been
think
interesting.
I've ever had I've had reoccurring themes or things in a dream,
Yeah.
but not like the same. Like it plays out the same every time.
Reoccurring elements, but not the exact
Yeah,
same dream.
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly,
Same. I'm
yeah.
the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. Your story has to improve over time.
Oh, yeah,
you can't
right?
have it repeat. You
Trying
get
to make it
bored.
better.
Yeah, it gets too boring quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Cosgrove?
So yeah, I have recurring dreams that are like elements. So I have like a lot of like floating and like flying dreams.
Yeah.
That happen on a regular basis. And kind of like digging back, I was trying to, on my way here, I was trying to like think of dreams I've had that are like notable or ones that really stood out to me. And one that stood out to me was like I was waiting in line at Canada's Wonderland or something similar to that, waiting. And when I finally got there, the roller coaster pulled up, but it was like one of those ones that's like from the track that's like hanging from above.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it like opened up. It was like went, and all these like heads fell out and just rolled off the side.
What
and then
the
everyone
fuck?
in front of me, I could start to see it, and they all like walked up. And basically, what it does is that it just holds your head and then just lifts everybody up. So everybody's like feet were just kind of like hanging, and then it just takes off and goes. And then when it turns a corner quickly, all like the bodies just snap off and like hit a net and just fall down. And I was like, oh. And then I actually got on. And then that's the last thing I remember is turning the corner, and then I woke up.
That's a fucking saw trap or some shit. Man.
Yeah,
That's like some Final Destination shit
That's
right
like,
there.
let's go
Holy
to the
fuck.
theme park to get fucking murdered in the most
Yeah.
gruesome way possible.
Right?
Wow.
But as far
Wow.
as like reoccurring ones, it's the flying ones or the floating ones that I have quite often, and it usually starts the same where I'll be like in just like a regular everyday life scenario, and I'll like pick up my feet as I'm standing there, but my feet, it's like I am kind of like suspended, and my feet will just kind of like hang off the ground, and then I can just lean forward, and then I'll just start to like float like I'm on like a rail almost like that.
Like My Secret Identity.
Is that?
you remember that show with,
I do
show
remember.
with
Yeah,
Jerry
it's,
O'Connell?
Jerry O'Connell.
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
Yeah.
And
But
then I
the
can just
reason he
push
used
it.
those because all he could do was float.
Right, exactly, yeah.
so
And
he had to use those to actually
directional.
propel
Yeah, I forgot
himself.
about that.
Yeah,
show.
aerosol.
Maybe
I remember
that's stuck in your
Maybe.
nugget.
Maybe.
I always have, because your body has a natural reaction. I'm sure if it hasn't happened to you, you guys are weird. You ever have the dream of like before you're actually in deep sleep, it's like a dream of falling.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
And
I've
your
had
whole
that,
body
sure.
jerks.
It's like
Yeah.
hypnagogic something.
That's
or other.
your body making sure you're not dead.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
handy.
I've
So,
had that happen.
I
I've
have
never
those happen to
considered
me
it a
all the
dream,
time.
though.
Like
yeah.
you just kind of like,
yeah.
but it's always. Well, I consider it a dream because you're seeing, like I'm seeing, it's playing out a scene.
Yeah.
It's not just a involuntary jerk. Like in the dream.
I think that's what it's
That's
called.
your-
a hypnic,
that's your rap
hypnic
name,
jerk or
involuntary jerk.
hypnotic
Hypnic.
Well, I have to admit, because for me, it's
I thought
never.
that
I
was
never
something
have
different.
I never conceive any sort of dream. It's just I feel like I jolt.
Oh yeah, for
awake.
me it's always
Yeah.
like I'm falling, like I'm flying or
Yeah,
floating or
yeah.
something, but then I lose that ability and I'm falling, and as soon as right before I hit the ground is when I'll jerk.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
Or
And also-
I'm being shot out of like a fucking catapult or something.
The last few of those that I remember, it's like, okay, so I'm just walking in the dream, and then I think in real life I start to like wake up, but I realize that like my body is like laying down flat, and it feels like I go from standing up to like
Just like
down, and then that
Ah.
feeling of being like, no, I'm not standing up, I'm laying down, makes me feel like I just fell really quickly, and I snap, and I like
yeah.
will almost
But
like,
then you
sit
fall
up.
asleep like right away.
Yeah.
I can go back to sleep
Usually
after
for
that,
me.
usually, yeah.
But yeah, for me it's always with the legs. It always has something to do with like landing.
I do like the legs.
I can't remember. Okay, this is gonna sound crazy. I don't think I've had a falling dream like that, and I'll explain why. But that same feeling you're talking about, I've had it where like I'm in a fight or something where I'm like trying to get out of something, and then someone goes to like hit me, and then that's when I jerk out.
Maybe that's
of the
what
sleep.
like you're like more scared of dying that way, and your body's like, no, you're not dead. Wake up.
Yeah, I'm gonna die a warrior's death.
Right?
That's
Or
what's
like-
gonna happen.
Yeah, could-
No, you're gonna lip off to somebody, and somebody's gonna beat the fuck
No.
out of you.
I
And that's what
deserve it.
you're scared of dying from mouthing off to somebody.
In your dream, can you punch properly? Have you ever had the dreams where you go and like
Oh,
you,
and you're just like,
yeah.
it's like it doesn't connect properly, or
all
it doesn't
the
like
time.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
time I have a fight in a dream, that's how it is.
Oh.
It's like, I'm gonna fight, like, oh, and then it's like, meh.
Fucking
Meh.
sausages for fucking
Yeah,
three
it's like you have
arms.
sausage arms.
Or you
all
go to
suddenly,
yell at
yeah,
somebody, and it's like,
yeah. Yes, yeah.
When I was a kid, I used to have this dream, a recurring one, where it was like a medieval dream, where it's like I was decked out like a fucking whatever you want to knight or whatever, and I'm fighting this
court jester?
knight that I can't see. Yeah, court
Nice.
jester. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's really what. Yeah. But the same thing is this like, and it's massive sword fight with this guy, and he's fucking just a behemoth,
Mhm.
and like, yeah, he's wailing on me. I'm like,
maybe it's how
I
maybe
can barely hold the fucking sword.
it's how he died in past lives,
Maybe
Could be.
could be,
right?
maybe.
I died from like being launched out of something and just splat hitting
Yeah.
the ground. You died from getting the crap kicked out
Yeah,
of you.
some guy just fucking hunting me down for whatever. It's
Oh.
like,
I think
That's
there
kinda
are
sad.
theories
That
about
You
that.
died from just like falling flat on your face. Like you just died.
what a horrible death.
And I just quietly died. That's
And you
sad.
just and Dave just like
I just
fucking-
quietly died.
and
Yeah.
Dave's like, that's no fun. Why do you guys have all the fun? But yeah, like not reoccurring dreams, but like we were talking about recurring elements.
Yeah.
We've talked about this
Well,
before in past.
A little bit, yeah.
episodes.
What I was gonna say, I think the reason why I don't have the falling dreams because I remember I did have them as a kid, and it's transformed. I don't know if it's a case of what's that called? When you can control your dreams, lucid dreaming.
Lucid dreaming.
It's a little bit of that because I dreamt it so much. It's like, oh, I've been there before, and it always started the same. There was a back when we were kids. There was an apartment building we would go on the roof of where I think I lived there, whatever. And you, me, and Tammy, and a few others would kind of sneak up there and drink and just whatever. And in my dream, I would stand on the edge, and then I would just drop off, and then for a few times before I fell, wake up. But then I was like, well, I'll just let it happen, and then I would just bounce. And then I would just like bounce to all these different
It's very
places.
Matrix.
It's like, pardon?
It's true. You're figuring out the Matrix.
I don't know if that's what's going on,
maybe.
but it like felt like, oh yeah, it's like okay, I can kind of see whatever's going on in this world. I don't remember what I was seeing or not, but
I can do the whole lucid dream control thing when it's absurd.
yeah,
When it's
Okay.
an
when you
absurd-
realize it, when
You
you
realize
recognize
it.
Exactly.
it,
So it's like, oh, this is fucking ridiculous. Oh, wait a second. Okay, and then I can,
And
but
you,
if
do you
it's
when that happens, does it feel like you're starting to like lift out of it though? Like once you become aware, does it like you're on borrowed time where you're starting to like wake up? Because that's what happens to me every time.
yeah, sometimes, yeah.
yeah, that's
Um,
definitely happens. I
but
know
yeah.
there's a time
So
limit.
it's time like this where I have to admit I'm jelly because none of this.
It feels great.
Yeah, no,
It
I
feels
have
amazing.
Zero of anything.
Like I remember
figure
the
it out.
time. I remember the time I figured out that you didn't actually die in real life if you died in your dream,
Right.
Like
or
Freddy
if you
Krueger,
were
or-
going to die or something.
Yeah.
It's my Freddy Krueger dream.
Oh yeah.
Because I used to be
right.
afraid. Cosgrove never heard this. I used to be deathly afraid of Freddy Krueger.
He said
when I
used
was
to.
a
He
kid.
still is.
Yeah, I can see that. I grew up watching Freddy Krueger movies.
So did I.
Yeah.
Love them.
But so I had a fever dream once where, like, for 2 nights he was just at the end of my bed,
Yeah,
just like, "Meh,"
yeah.
right.
It
But
was
then I
me in a
had
costume.
it was this was like last week. But then I had this one dream where Freddy Krueger, and for some reason he had like henchmen, like fucking. Like, it was like
Why not?
it was like Batman, right? It was like 66 Batman
Krueger
with
henchmen.
henchmen.
Master of Dreams has henchmen.
But he's
Are they
chased-
all like little half Freddy's? Like
no, they were just like regular dudes, like the
Bob?
Joker,
Like
Bob?
accountants?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, right. They were probably named like Slash or Hack or something. Like that.
Slasher,
Stab.
hacker.
I got my 5 clawed henchmen.
Oh, he
Like
does
real
we got
people.
stabbed. We got slash. We got dagger.
I mean, that would have been a great joke
would've
in those movies. Anyway,
Yeah.
and I'm running around this house. He's chasing me, and for some reason, it's decorated with like African decor.
Cool.
Right? So
Of
like,
course.
Yeah,
you know,
of course.
big masks
That makes sense.
and
Mhm.
spears and stuff
Mhm.
like that.
Mhm.
And I get to it's a big house, and I get to the bottom of this like staircase, like in a mansion, and they're at the top, and he throws a spear at me, and for
What?
some reason, I decided to just let it happen, and
Yeah.
it goes through my neck,
Huh.
and I'm just like, nothing happened.
I just
I just,
you know
I just
what?
realized that I was
You
like,
know-
I'm not dead.
I'm imagining that one scene in The Simpsons when they throw the frisbee to the dog and just lands on his eyes.
Yeah.
It's like, don't
Yeah. Now what?
Now what? I was like,
Right?
just fucking walking around like a fucking, just knocking over ladders and shit.
But yeah, and that's when I realized that, hey, hold on a second, this whole if you die in your dream, you die in real life bullshit isn't
No.
Oh yeah, no.
isn't
It's
fact.
definitely not. Yeah.
And then I think I kind of was like turned the tables on him because it was like, oh no,
Ooh, you fought back.
I didn't kill you.
Ah.
What happened? Oh no, and he was all
Yeah.
like discombobulated.
yeah.
Nice.
So it was like Home Alone with Freddy Krueger
Mhm.
almost.
There's a movie. There's
I'd
a
watch
movie.
that.
Home Alone and Freddy Krueger. When do those become public domain?
I don't know because it's funny
Not for
enough.
a while.
Mixing
Oh,
those
damn it.
two somehow seems creepier.
I think it does. Yo, we saw Freddy take on teenagers. We didn't see him take on children. And I think that fucking. Well, we know what happens when he takes on children.
Yeah.
They
Yes,
don't-
that's
yeah,
why.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
why.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was in real life.
Freddy versus Kevin would have been
I
a
was
whole
just gonna say
different
I was
genre,
gonna say,
Would've been.
he never met Kevin McAllister. He never.
right?
Actually, it'd be kind of funny to see that attempt on Freddy Krueger and Krueger just laughing his ass off at it all. Yeah.
That would be hilarious.
Oh well. But yeah, I've had a similar fever dream that I can remember. Where I definitely.
Oh, that
had
one
a-
wasn't a fever dream.
Oh, mine was a fever dream. I
The
was
fever dreams
sick.
were just Freddy Krueger at the end of my bed.
Yeah, no, I
that one
didn't-
was just a regular,
Oh, nice.
plain
yeah,
old.
that's about the only thing I remember. A fever dream where I thought for sure I had lost my little brother, and I
Yo.
was freaking out. Woke up
Okay.
to the total freak out. My mother actually
Man.
come and calm me down because even though I was technically awake, I wasn't here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you fucking. Oh, Jesus Christ, that's crazy.
Oh yeah, I was. Yeah.
I remember like as a small kid waking up out of weird dreams and like freaking out and calling my mom, but not exactly what they were.
I remember a lot of times in a dream thinking like, "Oh man, this time it's not a dream. This time it's not a dream. This is real." And then waking up and being like, "Oh my god."
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, I've had
Like-
dreams where I wake up I'm like that sucked.
Yeah.
Like that sucked.
Yeah, I've had that. Yeah, especially when you're like you have no control.
Yeah.
It's like that's the worst fucking feeling.
Like,
Another
I can't control
reoccurring
shit.
one is teeth falling out.
Yeah, okay. yeah.
I've had that many times where like it always starts the same where I'll be like I have a loose tooth in my dream and I'll like I'll like move it around a little bit and I'll just go and I'll be like, "Oh man." And then I'll just keep doing it and I'll just keep pulling out all my teeth.
You know what's funny?
You gotta
That's
stop
creepy,
smoking
dude.
meth.
Well, no, yeah, you really do. Like, okay, calm that down
I'll
a
lay
little
off,
bit.
yeah.
That's really creepy.
It might
help.
It's my next year resolution.
Just start injecting
Next
it now,
year.
okay? You can do that. You
Yeah,
can inject
right?
meth, right?
You can
Yeah.
snort
later.
it.
I'll do later.
It's
Yeah,
funny if you listen to dream analysts, apparently, and it's funny that you tagged that onto what
Yeah.
I just said, that represents you not feeling in control. That's what that is supposed to
He has
mean.
2 young children and a
Yeah,
wife.
yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I can see
Because
that.
it's happened to
But,
me too. Like
yeah.
that, I get fearful about that. If you dream
Yeah.
about that, that's
Yeah.
supposed to say
Insert
that
something
you might
funny
be,
here.
Yeah. So yeah, that's interesting. I hate that fucking.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
I've ever had that one.
No.
Have you ever had dreams inside dreams like Inception?
No.
Not that I can remember.
I've had a couple where it's like, oh fucking, this dream sucks. And I wake up, and it's like, oh, so
You
glad
watch
that's over.
too many sitcoms, sir.
I watch too many movies.
That's like a sitcom trope, though.
I know.
Like where like the guy's having a dream and something
Yeah.
fucked up, and it wakes up.
Yeah.
Oh, it was just a
It's a
dream,
dream.
and then it's something else fucked up.
It's a
happens.
dream in a
It was a dream and a
dream.
dream and a dream, like fucking
Yeah.
Third Rock bullshit.
Or somebody is just trying to implant shit in my dream.
Oh,
I don't know.
maybe.
Maybe that's what's
Yeah,
happening.
maybe.
I don't fucking know.
It's a glitch. It's a glitch. In
That
the
is the one
Matrix.
nice thing that I don't have dreams. Like I never worry about these things. Nope.
No.
Yeah.
I only worry about it like when I wake up, and then I'm over it.
But are you really awake?
Good point.
Are you
Dun, dun.
awake right now?
Maybe right
Is
now you're
this a dream?
dreaming.
Dreaming of electric sheep.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
True.
do androids dream of electric sheep though?
I
know
haven't asked
iPhones
anyone
don't.
lately. iPhones definitely
No,
don't.
iPhones don't.
No, no.
Androids
The
do.
androids
Androids?
do.
Yeah.
Androids do, but not iPhones.
That's
No.
definitely not. Yeah.
I actually started listening to that book.
Great
Like
book.
the actual.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah,
Philip
it's
K. Dick.
so much
Yep.
better
Oh, then the
Like-
movie. Yeah.
because
Oh my god.
because the whole idea of having this this biomechanical animal as what class, it's like a class system, like if you
Mhm.
have one you're
Yeah.
of the upper class, if
Yeah.
you don't have one
Yeah.
you're like a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That's all based off these fucking android sheep.
Yeah.
It's fucking wild.
Yeah.
I don't know how it turned into Blade Runner, but it's fucking wild.
Yeah, a lot of the concepts were lifted from there. It does make sense when you get through it. But yeah, it's an amazing work. Philip K. Dick, man, that guy was fucking way ahead of his time.
But-
as an author.
But yeah, that is an interesting. Like, would androids like does Data dream? Would he
Well-
be programmed to dream?
Don't they kind of tackle that in like Ghost in the Machine, where they talk about?
There's somewhere they do.
That's
yeah.
not Star
Never-
Trek.
never
We're
seen
not
that.
talking about. We're talking about Star Trek.
I know, but
Does,
it's just,
does Data dream?
well, it's just like, well, that's the idea. That's the
Well, there's
philosophy.
probably an
still the
episode
same.
about
I
that.
think there is an episode.
I think there is an episode about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
think
think
so.
so.
Where he tries.
wait,
to.
does he or does he not have the emotions chip? Because
No, he does. He treats.
And then yes, he dreams. Yeah,
Yeah, there is.
Okay, if he has the emotion
Because
chip, then he dreams.
I wonder if dreams are a chemical reaction to our because that's where we get our emotions and shit, and that kind of floods us when we're sleeping.
Yeah.
I think it's a release of natural DMT.
It is that, yeah.
Mhm.
But there's a lot of other things that are going on too, other than DMT. Like there's dopamine and another bunch of shit that's going on.
Dope.
I don't think anybody really knows. I think there's like a bunch of theories, and I think that is one of the main ones.
Yeah,
Where it's like, yeah, like you're experiencing the entire world every day, and then it's like a reflecting pond of that, of just all the stuff that you still need to process. Or there's theories about it could be that like training your brain to avoid like attacks, or like a long time ago when it was there, you had to like worry about animals attack. I guess you still do, depending on what part of town you're walking
Yes.
about.
Like
It's
downtown London, you
it's like
gotta be ready.
it's like training you to be like ready, so that when it does happen, that you can just react. It's kind of like rehearsing
It's
in your
built
dreams.
in,
Your
yeah.
brain
Yeah.
is
That's
not a bad
taking
idea.
that fear, and it's like it's simulating, playing it through for you. So when it does happen, you can react.
yeah.
Or
that makes
I like
sense.
that concept.
I like that.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, I assume it's a bit of both. Like, I've definitely been able to analyze dreams as like, oh, I know why I dreamt that because these things happened through throughout the day. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
that makes perfect
I
sense.
used to have what they called, or what it called, was a dream dictionary,
Okay.
Yes.
quote unquote.
Yeah.
right?
That sounds like a fucking gay thing to have.
But it's the stupidest. It was kind of gay. Hey, wait a second.
You got the gay. You got the gay.
Hey, wait a
edition
second.
now.
Happy Pride. Shut up.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I didn't say it was a bad thing. It just was a gay thing.
I mean,
You probably
was very
ordered
happy.
the gay edition of it though.
Yeah.
I
was
did.
just happy.
It was yeah. It wasn't just like a black cover. It was
It's a rainbow cover.
multicolored.
Yeah. It's a flag.
Yeah.
It's a flag
Yeah.
of sorts.
And it said yes, dreams.
No, he
Wrong
was
kind of
expecting
gay.
that.
Oh,
Wrong kind of gay.
we're talking happy shit.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I was gonna say you got the wrong one.
Damn it again. Pride.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would have things like if you dreamt of a dolphin, it means you wanted to buy a new car and stupid shit like that.
Yeah.
It's like
I wonder who comes
how
up
does
with that. Yeah.
how does that
That's
relate to this, or
Yeah.
how does dreaming of space relate to cookies? Like,
But it's like try proving it wrong though. That's the thing.
That's
Well,
just
exactly.
it.
That's
I
the
would
beauty.
love to make that kind of book where, yeah, it's just like, what happens if someone drinks this? It means.
but what if it doesn't mean anything?
Well, no, that's
Yeah.
just it.
What if it doesn't
That's it.
essentially mean like
It means
it's
what
just
you
a
want
thing
it to mean.
That's
it's
the
just a
question.
thing that happens.
Mhm.
Well,
Like
that's-
there's no meaning to it. There's no precognition
Every-
or premonition.
everything is
or-
just happening until humans bring meaning to it, right? It only means something when it means something to you.
That's the reason I think dreams are so fascinating because it is just like a microcosm. Are they like something cosmic, or are they something that means absolutely nothing? But whatever the answer is, it's like a little microcosm of like what life is. But it's like your own internal version of that.
Yeah. Now, what about the theory that dreams are the real life?
Oh, like that's
Man,
that's
this
outside
is-
the matrix.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
just about to say that. I
Yeah.
was
What about
just,
that?
It must be because I was just about to say that.
It must
And
be.
the program.
But if you did say it and then I said it, there would have been a glitch, and then we would have
No,
had
the
ourselves
algorithms that we had to say at the same time.
Oh, right.
But
That's
you
how
didn't do it
that's
at
how
the
it was
same time.
intended to happen.
Yeah.
Okay,
We
to that
thought
to that
about it at
point,
the same
I
time.
I have a
up,
thought
sorry.
or
You're gonna try to shut
question.
them up. It won't work.
No.
South Park.
So when you,
Scientology.
when you are dreaming and you're not like there's an entire world that you're existing in, you're interacting with it, you're seeing it.
Yeah.
Like you're not
experiencing
you're not
it.
using it's not your eyes that you're seeing with. It's not. So is your
Yeah.
is your brain just constructing this entire world on the fly? Like is it just creating it on
Yeah,
the fly?
it's like improv.
And yeah, improv, but your brain is doing it's creating that world. And can you see something in your dream that you haven't seen in real life as a point of reference? Because if you didn't have that point of reference, even if I think of it like video games,
Yeah.
or there was a texture and a shape, like if you don't have that point of reference, then you wouldn't be able to see any of that in
Dream it.
your dream. Like,
Like-
if you're blind, you wouldn't dream like the same.
Do,
that's a
do
good
blind
question.
people dream?
That's
They
a
do.
good
They do.
question.
but they don't dream.
They
don't
dream in
see-
audio. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Well,
what I was gonna say. Do
they
they
dream
dream
in the way they
auditorially?
experience the world.
So Helen Keller never dreamt, or
She dreamt.
No, yeah, it was just
In black.
Black.
Actually, yeah, I like that
She
concept.
dreamt, but she didn't. She dreamt what the same as when she experienced the world. However that
Right.
was, that's what her dreams would be like, similar to.
That's I like that concept, that idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not actually dreaming
Yeah, I
in the
don't know.
sense of abnormal. You're only replaying things in your own
well, because
experience.
I'm thinking of kids like he makes a good point, like dreaming of monsters or something, right? Or somebody who's an artist or whatever, dreaming of a monster that obviously doesn't exist. It's probably an amalgamation of everything that person's scared of
Yeah.
in all of these things. Like think of like Cthulhu.
Yeah,
Sure.
Right.
My little brother would have been 5, 6, and we watched. Fuck, I can't remember the name of the show. With all the fathers that live in the house.
Full House.
My two
Thank you.
dads.
Nope, Full House. And one of the kids, her feet. She has a dream where her feet grow huge.
Yeah.
He has the same fucking dream
Oh,
that
yeah,
night.
that yeah.
Freaks the fuck out. Like he lost his shit. It was somewhat entertaining, but freaky at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it has to be your. Yeah, that's a good argument. You can only really dream and experience what you've already seen and experienced.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
heard tell
or
that like,
remixes of it.
people in
Yeah.
your dreams, even if you don't recognize them, they're
You've
still
seen them.
made up of, or you've seen them
Yeah.
Yeah.
in passing or like at the mall or something, but you didn't
Actually,
compute.
yeah,
Mhm.
and
But
that's
I
actually.
didn't process. Right?
Could
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
imagine people having a dream like 100 years ago where there was no television and shit like that? You could only dream really of what's around
Like
you.
horse shit,
Dude,
and
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
People would, that was witchcraft.
Murder.
Like, what the fuck's going on?
dreaming. Dreaming is witchcraft.
Yeah,
Exactly. You know, people would not talk about their dreams because they would want to get caught.
Probably.
Yeah, that was a good-
Probably.
You know what I mean?
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
I got to tell you
Maybe.
about my dream. Okay, I'll get the steak ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on.
Get the
let me
pile
just,
up.
you know,
Yeah.
see if my
Yeah,
flint
yeah,
works.
That's a great concept too. I never thought of that. People fucking
Well, if
would
it
have
is
dreamt
based
about
off of only
I
what
mean,
you can experience,
it does feel like that. Like I mean, I typically can trace back the elements of my dream to something that I experienced.
Yeah.
So your mind is anchoring to something.
And sometimes it could be very surface level. Like I'll watch a movie where there's you're in a house and someone's trying to break into the house in the movie, and then I'll have a dream that's like exactly like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's really just spot on for like a movie you've watched or what you were doing that day. Like sometimes it can be very almost identical.
Yeah, I never remember anything. So
Yeah,
I remember here and there. Sometimes I wake up and I'll be like, oh, I got to remember that. And then like 15 minutes later, it's like, oh, crap.
Yeah.
I was supposed to remember my dream.
I would love it if you could just plug in and you could just see the dreams that people are having, because
download
everyone's
your
having.
dream.
I think everyone's pretty much
it's kind of
dreaming, right?
creepy though.
I think your brain needs to dream. I think it's
There
how
is
it
say
does
that if you don't
process that
dream-
information.
But then how come some people remember it and some people don't? And
Maybe how much they're like, again, I very rarely remember anything. In fact, I can't remember the last time I've remembered even a piece of a dream.
well, we know his excuse, but we don't know other people's excuses.
I think when you're having like when your eyes are like
You're Dave.
darting around,
Dave.
Oh, fair even.
like when it's REM
It's a
sleep, you're
Davism.
dreaming usually.
Yeah.
I do use that
I
excuse
can't
a
even
lot.
believe you even questioned that. That's
I thought maybe I didn't answer because I have to admit, I sometimes wish I remember them because I hear stories.
yeah.
You know, even Shan, she'll sometimes wake up and go, oh, I had the most weirdest thing. And much like was already said, we'll have the conversation right away. Because even she says, if I don't write it down or talk about it right
Yeah.
away,
Yeah. You
Yeah,
lose
it's gone.
it.
Yeah.
Slips away.
yeah.
Yeah.
So are you
I
in the
have-
camp where you like hearing about people's dreams, or you don't like hearing about people's dreams?
It depends on the dream and how deep you're going to go. Like, if you want to sit and have like a 2-hour-long discussion
Yeah.
about how you feel I should be
fucking
acting
10-minute
differently.
And some people love it, and some people like it's like telling them about like a bodily function, like saying, "Oh, I just went and like took a piss in the bush over there." They're like, "I don't care about what your dream." It's like I don't care about what you're like thinking. Or
I put dreams a slight
Yeah.
bit above that.
yeah, okay.
Yeah. Though I will admit, it totally off topic, but my nephew has a big thing where we'll be sitting there having a discussion. He's like, all right, I'm going to go take a shit now. I'm like, dude, thank you for sharing.
Seriously, that,
Right?
Say
You're
excuse-
the
excuse
only
me.
people you're supposed to be sharing that with is your significant other.
Mhm.
That's the only person
Yeah.
who doesn't care enough to care.
Yeah.
It is just interesting. That
Well,
you
you're right in
think,
the middle of like humping her, and she's like, I
I
gotta
gotta
go
I
for
gotta
a
take a
second.
dump. Late. Sorry.
I need to
Intermission.
take a break.
Yeah.
Gotta take a shit. huh?
That's that smell. Fuck.
Yo, stay right there. I'll be right back.
I kind of want to try this just to see what happens.
40 minutes
my
later,
God.
she's passed out.
Oh
Like,
my God.
babe, I don't have it.
If you do that, you need
40
to report
minutes
back.
later, yeah.
I just want to know what would happen right in the middle of
Oh, I
it.
gotta take a piss.
oh shit, mid pump, you're like, oh wait.
I'll be back. I'm gonna pee pee.
I'm in my 40s. It's not my fault.
My fault. Honey, I don't want to go later tonight. I gotta go now. Okay.
You
Anyway.
gotta go.
Gotta go.
That'd probably
Right.
be a nice dream. Maybe,
Yeah, I think
watch it now tonight. I'm gonna dream about that and actually remember it.
Oh my God. That would be
hilarious
fucking
if that's the
hilarious.
one you fucking
Seriously, if that happens, you need to wake up and message the
I
group.
will. I will immediately message to
It's
let
like,
everybody know.
Dudes, I remembered a dream. I pooped during
Hilarious.
sex. I do
Classic.
remember having dreams when I was like really little, like 14, 15. I'm just kidding, like 5 or 6, of like peeing
28.
at a dumpster or something like that, and then waking up in pee.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Like
Really?
peeing in my dream. If I peed in my dream, I would have woken
Gotcha,
up in a
gotcha.
wet bed.
Some
Yeah,
dreams do
yeah,
come
yeah.
true.
Anything?
Yeah.
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 I can see that. That was never a thing for me, but I've had a lot of people say that if they dream
Yeah.
about peeing, they usually pee.
Yeah.
Really.
There is one dream, and again, I don't know why or where, but I always have a memory. And again, just one of those things that when I was a kid, I had a dream, and to this day, I always remember the details where World War III started, and I was leading the charge out in the Bonaventure area.
That wasn't a dream,
Bonaventure.
David.
Yeah.
That was an alternate
Yeah.
reality.
Yeah.
Well, this is before Bonaventure
happened
was
last
built
week.
out.
I know. That's
So
where.
it was all hills and
Don't
everything.
you know? That's where ground zero
Yeah,
for the
yeah,
invasion
yeah,
of Canada's
yeah.
gonna happen is Bonaventure Street
Yeah.
in London.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
but it
London,
didn't.
Ontario.
Again,
The
it wasn't
51st
fully
state battle.
built.
Yeah.
It was all the hills and everything still for anybody that actually grew out in the East End back then. There was no, yeah.
That's true.
That's another one I do remember.
So kind of adding on to that, if you guys had like about it being real or not, so with deja vu, I've had the experience
God,
before where every
fucking
time I have
daily.
deja vu, it feels like that I've had that in a dream before, and it will be just like
Yeah.
a very quick thing. Like it will be like looking at someone
Yeah.
and then like looking to the right or looking in a direction where
Yeah.
it's just the movement of the way that you look.
I've had it to
you
a
have
point.
deja vu and you're like, I've had this in
Yeah.
a dream before.
It's
I've
like
had
you
it to a
shifted
point-
into it.
Yeah.
Like, I know what you mean. Yeah.
I've had it to a point where I will catch myself and go, something is supposed to happen next.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like obviously I don't readily know what that is, so I can't be like, I'm Nostradamus.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll be like, okay, I'm having deja vu.
Yeah.
Something specific is supposed to happen next, and I try to remember.
And
what
little
that
bits of the
is.
dream will come back, like
Yeah.
like when you do remember a dream, and then it just starts to like pile onto it, where like you'll remember a little bit of a dream during the day, and you're like, and you can like remember the little bit before that, a little bit before that.
That's
Same
just
with
the
deja
program
vu.
looping.
Yeah, maybe, but
It's a glitch in the tape. That's
Yeah.
all.
but yeah, like another thing that's interesting on that is like when I used to meditate for quite some time. When I would do it in the morning, like I'd wake up, I'd go downstairs, and I'd meditate. And even if I didn't remember my dream, if I were to meditate right after I woke up, I would start to remember my dreams, because I think because I was
Interesting.
doing it so soon after I woke up that if I got that little thread of a little bit, I remembered a little bit of it, then it would just kind of like start
Yo, I
flooding
gotta
back in.
try that. I've never done that. I meditate too. I've never done it right after.
If you do it
fucking-
right when you wake
I
up,
meditate
try
too,
that.
Dave. Do you
Yeah.
meditate? Let's
Not-
go meditate.
I don't
in
anymore.
The classic sense.
No, they masturbate.
Yeah.
That's what they
Well, I
do.
do like
It's
to
a form- it's a
masturbate
form
once
of
in a while.
meditation, yeah.
It's
Yeah,
an
exactly.
8.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
it's
an
a
8.
form, yeah.
I don't.
It's a form of aiding.
I actually sort of do meditate, which is things like riding city buses and stuff.
Yeah.
Because again, it's one of those like I get. Everybody always says,
Do you raw dog it like they do on the plane where you just sit there with like no phones, no electronic devices?
Oh yeah.
And just stare.
Have you heard of this phenomenon?
into the
No.
soul?
Raw
Because
dog
we're
and
so
stuff, yeah.
fucking technically toxic, there's this term called raw dogging where people will sit on a plane for like whatever it is, 10 hours, whatever it is, and they'll just sit there staring at the chair in front of them without any electronic device
Nothing,
as a
yeah.
point of pride. Yeah.
"Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
no." I
very
usually,
informative.
Don't
I
read a
usually
book.
look out the windows and as we're driving, just think about random
Yeah, yeah,
things.
yeah.
You know, that's my form of dreaming,
Yeah, it's
the-
raw dog light, maybe.
You mean meditating,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
or well, dreaming. Because actually, it's one of those things where I picture myself doing things or
Yeah.
things
So
happening.
Dave's a daydreamer.
Yeah, I am.
Daydream, believe it.
I actually do like to daydream. Like
Okay,
even like
okay.
with the weather being what it is right now, where it's easy just to sit outside. Like even my kids, they come out just, "What are you doing? Sitting, chilling?
Yeah.
What are you?"
Just sitting outside.
They don't
Yeah,
get it.
Yeah, they're
'cause-
just
that's
they're
raw
Well,
like-
they don't understand.
That's
that
right.
I don't have my
I'm not doing
phone.
anything.
Yeah.
Now I do have some background music, so one can make an argument there. But yeah, just sitting, have a little small beverage, just sitting back. You know.
So you're having a drink listening to music.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not even raw
Ruin
dogging
my
light.
whole thing.
It's called meditation, motherfucker.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
meditation.
Watching the birds.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've heard of that phenomenon, and I've seen people like post about raw dogging work. Well, they'll sit there and look at their screen all day and won't do anything.
I think that's just
Lord.
lazy.
No, they just look like I didn't do one. I raw dog work today. I sat there. I just looked at my screen, didn't open a spreadsheet, didn't click a mouse, didn't do anything.
Why would I don't get it. Yeah.
It's a meme.
Don't
yeah.
get me wrong. I can
Go-
understand
so
doing things you're not
stupid.
supposed to, like, you know, reading or playing the game, but to sit and do nothing.
I think the joke is it's just like the plain thing, but you're doing it at work and you're getting paid for it. It's just,
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I could do maybe that for 5 minutes, and then
I know,
yeah,
I'm
I'd
such
want to
a
hurt
doer.
myself.
It's like,
So,
that's
so
not
how does
work.
I'm confused about the term because I'm trying to like figure out where
Kids, baby.
where the lack of protection is.
know.
in-
It's because everything you're
'cause-
doing to distract yourself is protection from boredom.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like
Yeah.
back in our day, raw dogging was doing it without a condom.
Yeah.
Well, that it's still
Yeah.
that today.
Or like
it's still that
eating
today.
a hot dog without condiments.
Well,
It
Yeah,
had something
if
to
you-
do with condom.
Now
If
there's
you're
that was the
swallowing-
third thing it could be.
That's
Yeah.
true. If you're swallowing hot dogs without a condom, you're raw dogging it too. You know?
Speaking of hot dogs, it's funny you bring this up.
Especially if you don't cook it. Yeah.
Especially if you don't cook
Yeah,
it.
no, I
That's
cooked a
why it's
wonderful
ribbed for
hot
my
dogs
pleasure.
yesterday. They tasted like shit. I couldn't figure out what the fuck was wrong. And then Shan starts laughing and goes, "Those are veggie dogs. They're not
Oh,
actually."
shit.
Yeah.
They were made,
God.
You
they were
veg
made
dogged
with
it.
vegetable sperm.
So Tuesday, no, it'd be Wednesday. Wednesday, you're getting the divorce papers.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's low.
after,
It was.
after the shit
She
It
could
intermission.
was.
have fucking cut one of your testicles off, and you would have been
Could've
fine. But
been, yeah.
veggie
Well,
dog
that's already
without being
happened.
veggie dog without being told first.
Yeah, that was quite entertaining. I
You
could
gotta
not
draw the
figure out
line
what's
That's
somewhere.
wrong
like
with it.
that's like mouth rape.
Yeah,
No, it is. It is. That's not like.
it's a
It is.
form of it.
Right?
Yeah.
Your wife just raped your mouth. She violated your mouth.
She violated your
You know
mouth.
what's funny?
She did.
Now that you've said it that way,
It's like that. Like
She stuck a wiener in your mouth without telling you what it was.
It wasn't even a real wiener. It was a fake wiener. It was a prosthetic wiener.
Taking the dildo and stuffing it in his mouth. And going,
and back
and
to
you're not
dreams.
even stoned.
I know. Yeah, I know.
Oh man.
Fuck.
So dreams.
Yeah.
So dreams. Speaking of dreaming,
Nightmares.
yeah, let's talk about those. I don't think I've ever. Well, maybe when I was a kid, I've only ever heard of them, but I don't think I've ever had like a night terror.
Mm.
I don't know that one of those things, and
The
I've heard
sick one.
I've had
So what-
sleep paralysis.
What is
Whoa.
never have I had that.
Yeah.
meaning you can't sleep or you.
But
No,
what's the
I mean,
definition
so
of
I
night
was-
terror though?
night terror, yeah.
Hold on, let's go back to
Yeah,
night terror
yeah,
for
yeah.
a second, then we'll
All
go
right,
to
night terror.
sleep masturbation.
Yeah.
What is the definition of a night terror?
I think it's like when you're living out a nightmare and you can't wake up.
Oh yeah, never.
Yeah,
Never
like
had
you're
that.
like you're freaking out and shit. Like you're still in
Yeah.
a state of
Yeah.
sleep.
Only the one time
Oh,
when I
yeah,
had the
okay.
fever. That was that I described
Yeah,
earlier.
I'm pretty sure my baby has those.
I feel like I remember you having that fever. How old were you,
12, 13, because
No.
Trevor was around.
This must have been quite a fever.
mate?
Yeah, I can't remember if I was high school or after. I
I
can't
remember one thing. Fuck, I don't want to.
Blow up
embarrass
a
her.
spot. Blow up a
But
spot.
I remember you were going through some shit when we were teenagers, some sort of physical ailment, and you were having a fever, and you were like calling out to Shant. I remember that was a thing in your dream.
Was that rickets or polio? Or-
Both
Maybe.
actually. I think the top of each.
Oh,
other.
is that the one where she actually
Polio.
came
Polio
to
gets-
check on me?
And then I think she did. Yeah. But you
Yeah.
were like you were fucking out of it. Like you were. That's the
in
weirdest
full
thing.
That could be a
honesty,
night
and she
terror.
knows this. No, I was drinking alone, and I got drunk by myself as a teenager. That's a
yeah.
complete dumbass.
Oh, it wasn't a night terror. It was a drunk terror.
Yeah,
It was
right.
like
That's
fucking-
not a fever nor a
fucking
terror.
idiot.
No,
sir.
it was. We had a party. I think it was like 2 or 3 days. This is the summer. No school, no responsibility. I think it was like a fucking Monday, Tuesday, and it was just me and my little brother. And yeah, I started drinking, and we were playing a video game. He still remembers this too, because I was
Amazing.
I was Dave, having a great time, and then of course, like
Super
whenever.
Low.
That's what, happens,
Oh.
that's what happens when you drink and take antihistamines.
Yeah.
Mm.
No, for me,
Now
I
you
just drank a
hallucinate.
lot.
Oh, dude, have you ever
As
seen
a
anybody
Benadryl?
fucking
I've done it.
take like a Benadryl and then have like a sip of
Yeah.
vodka?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it's like they're
It's
on
a-
fucking mushrooms
It's
or
a
some
fucking.
shit.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
It's a complete write-off. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, man.
Yikes.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not.
Oh yeah,
I don't
that's
think
crazy.
I did that, but yeah, I got hit really hard, and yes, I called my wife, and I was completely out of it. And
Yeah.
she came to check on me when David wasn't home anymore.
No, you were.
But yeah,
fucked.
that was not dreaming.
Okay,
that
my
was,
bad.
No,
My
no.
bad.
Just delirium.
It was.
Yeah,
the
Yeah, it was.
The only fever dream I've had was when I was 6 or 8 or whatever, and that
Yeah.
was the Freddy at the end of the bed.
Hmm.
Mm.
But no hallucination type
Mate,
stuff.
I got nightmares from watching The Exorcist the first time, but why was my dad letting me watch it at like fucking 9 years old? That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Second off, like obviously, have you seen that movie? Obviously,
Yeah.
it's gonna freak you out. That's some
Dad's a
fucked up
bad
shit.
dad. My dad
Yeah, it
was
was
letting me
horrible
watch
dad.
like
Horrible
fucking
dad.
Predator and Terminator
Yeah,
and stuff.
exactly.
That's it. That's like
Well, listen,
Yeah.
he wasn't always that bad. He let me watch Eddie Murphy's Raw and Delirious.
Oh,
so I think
okay, then
that's
he's
pretty
fine.
cool. That's
Then he's
pretty all right.
fine.
That's
Oh,
why.
yeah.
okay.
all
That's
about-
why
it's
he
all
did
about
it.
balance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a bookend sort of thing, right? Like,
Exactly.
funny.
He's like,
Yeah,
horror
he's
movie,
like,
funny.
You take the jar, stroke the fucking fuzzy walls, stroke the fuzzy walls.
Right?
It's an existential terror sandwich he was put in the middle, and then something delirium, and
Yeah, that would
exactly,
work.
Yeah, you did a pretty
The
good job.
fuzzy walls. I always wanted fuzzy
Fuzzy
walls.
wall.
I went to a house once that had them. It was
Jeffrey
quite
wall?
nice.
What was it in the 70s? Like,
The house was 70s, yes. It,
Yeah.
it was owned by a couple that was
man, I
very
didn't know that
old.
Jeffrey Walls were
because
real.
outside of that movie, I have heard of Fuzzy Walls, but I thought it was like a 70s
No,
thing.
Yeah,
oh
but
no, it is a 70s.
I've never
And
seen it in real
yeah,
life.
they
It's
were
just- it's
old,
also a
never fixed their
swinger
house
thing.
up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Were
And
there a
this is
lot of
back in the
upside down
80s.
pineapples?
Probably.
I don't
A lot
remember
of swingers parties.
A big bowl of keys.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Big bowl. Oh, that's just for my mints. Oh, Granny.
Oh, great. Love it.
Swinging-
Everyone's
swinging
calling
grannies.
weed grass.
I just realized the purpose of a sunken living room. Never thought about it before.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
Well, you can
It's
have
just all
people
for
stand
sex.
on top and people sit at the bottom, and they can
Yeah. Find each other.
put privates in faces.
That's very important.
Yeah.
Good
It is.
follow.
If you're gonna have,
I mean, if you're gonna get a blowjob,
you're
it's
gonna have a
very
70s,
important.
if you're gonna have a 70s house with furry walls, you're gonna have that. That's
Yeah,
very
you have to
important.
have that,
Super
and you
important.
have to have the like weird like egg chairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those things I shouldn't say. I'm kind of glad. I shouldn't say glad, but how do I phrase this? The fact that those lovely old people that I visited that house, they're no longer with us, and the house
Sure.
is long
Say whatever
gone.
you want then.
Yeah, well, no, it's more of
Well, I
I'm,
can get mad at
someone,
you.
I'm
Yeah,
happy
they're
now
knocking
because
on
now I have this
dumbasses.
fear that I'm going to remember, have this dream now of them standing, and then the wife kneel. Oh, good lord!
Oh my god! You know
God.
what? He just turned.
Thank you. Good night.
He just turned his fucking night terror into a wet dream. Good job, Sawyer. Good job. Good job.
Transmuted it. Yeah.
I
Or
just-
somebody's wet dream.
Yeah, I'm
anyway.
gonna say no. I just turned a lovely memory of an old couple with a furry wall, and now this is gonna creepily remind me of people having sex because of the fur.
Yeah.
Yep.
The fur that I used to touch and lay and roll in.
Yo, that's the title of sex tape.
Yeah, because I was like
What's-
maybe 5.
What's all this? Oh, that's just sugar.
But it doesn't feel like sugar. It's hard and it kind of.
It's
Why does
dry
it taste like
sugar.
sugar?
Oh.
What's going on?
A little salty.
Oh, good lord.
Okay.
Well, okay, so we're talking a lot
Speaking
about
of wet
terror.
dreams, so I kind of touched on it with me talking about the medieval shit. Do you guys ever have dreams where you are in different time periods?
No,
Not that I can remember. No.
No.
Why do you?
Yeah,
Okay.
like often.
Oh, the Jester one. Yeah, that's right.
yeah. But like other ones too. Like I dreamt about being in China before I was in China.
Is that when you were playing?
Was that at a different time period, or was it
Or a different, well, definitely a different time period. Like it wasn't
like we're not talking about like
no,
3 weeks from now?
Yeah, no. Like it was like I was, I don't know how to describe it. Felt like I was in
Ancient China.
Was it modern times?
No, it was not modern times.
It
It
was-
was like
was it-
old cars and shit.
Was it medieval time?
Was it with
Old cars. So
where the
it's
Ninja
like,
Turtles warped back in time?
No, not that racist. Okay,
You're fucking fired.
so
No.
it wasn't like thousands of years ago. It was like less than 100 years ago.
Yeah. Like
Okay.
like modern enough.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was a weird.
Oh, okay, like 72 years ago.
Had you just watched Karate Kid 2?
Yeah, no, it's Karate Kid 2.5. Actually, it was the
The second one was always my
The recut?
favorite.
I like that one. I
Yep,
liked all
it's-
3 of them.
Deluxe
All 3 of
edition.
them are good, but the second has always been. It's one of the
Second was
rare
great.
sequels I think
The
did
next
better.
Karate Kid's the best.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
And then the one with Will Smith's kid is like
That is the
number
best.
one.
That's
the best
It's
one, yeah.
number one.
Aren't they making another one, or is it just
They are.
released?
Yeah,
working
but
on it now.
apparently it's really good.
Oh,
And
is
also,
it?
what's his face
Yeah.
just gotten shit? The guy who played
fucking Martin Cove.
Yeah, the guy who played the
He
bad.
bit some lady.
Sweep the leg, Johnny.
He bit somebody?
Yeah.
On the bum?
He bit one of his the co-stars.
What?
Have you seen Cobra
What?
Kai?
Yeah, I've seen it.
All of it?
No,
Okay. So did you get to the part where he goes?
I'm not past like the first season. And a
Okay,
half.
then no.
Good.
So there's a character in it that he's like, they have a lot of scenes together. It's part of the storyline. You'd figure it out. But
Actors.
yeah, so I guess they were at some convention or something like that doing signings, and he fucking bit her
Like,
what?
as a joke?
because he
or-
was playing around.
What's the problem?
Hilarious.
Well, I guess it always depends. Like bitter in that sense of just went, or
Yeah,
like
yeah.
bitter and drew blood.
I'm pretty sure it was the latter.
Like
Okay.
I could see us fucking
Like
around.
bitter-
I don't know why we bite each other.
Bitter
but
and
it's
fucking like
but-
left marks.
Okay, yeah,
But why?
that's weird.
It's always
Because
risky
he's a
when you
fucking
play
weird
bite
old
somebody.
man.
It's like, that is a weird thing.
Yeah.
It's
That's
like,
very
I
weird.
don't know.
how low level of intelligence do you have where you got to go bite somebody?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
maybe
Like, what
maybe
the
well
fuck?
maybe his faculties are starting to
Yeah,
Yeah,
wear
possible.
thin, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Maybe
he's
his
an old man.
his leg has been swept too many times.
Yeah.
yeah.
Somebody
exactly.
sweep the head.
One
That's right.
sweep too far.
That's right. Yeah,
But
yeah. But dreams.
but yeah,
Silence.
You don't have dreams of you being Batman? I feel like that's got to come
no,
like once every other night.
No, I wish.
Yeah.
I wish. I guess that could be like my waking dream.
Why do I feel like you would be Batman, but you wouldn't do anything? Batman's like, fuck it, whatever.
Yeah, just hire
Just sitting
somebody
there,
else to do it.
he's just playing his video game in his bat costume. He's like, yeah.
He's just sitting there. He's just
in the
smoking
back
a
cave,
joint.
though, right?
Of course,
Yeah,
in the back cave.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
See the bat
Yeah,
signal
he's
and
just
you're
gonna
like,
smoke a joint.
No,
I'll do it later.
no. A bat joint. Get it right, Dave.
He's got a bat joint
Question: Does the bat joint contain bats? Like you're consuming
No, it's got
bats
bat.
now?
It's got bat weed.
bat weed.
that he confiscated off of all the criminals.
It's got Joker weed in it. It makes you laugh extra hard.
Right. And it's Batman just fucking smoking all the
Okay,
dope
part
that
of
he's
me
gotten
kind of
off of
wants to
his
do that
criminals.
now. We need to get everybody to dress up as a character, and we all just get high and do an episode that's video.
Yeah, that'll be real hard to do. Yeah, that's so
Yeah,
challenging.
we don't already do that.
Yeah, right. I think it's a good idea.
On one of our random. Well, that's what we'll do.
We should do that.
That's that's a dream.
Yeah.
right
That
there.
would be
That is
a
Halloween.
Halloween.
Yeah.
You'll come back for that one.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll have to think of my
Yeah.
superhero. Okay.
I'm gonna dress as that guy that runs around on the beach with that swimsuit and only just the
Borat?
Yeah,
Borat?
Borat.
That's
I'll
his,
do the
I love
Borat.
that's his superhero costume.
Yeah.
That's Dave's superhero costume.
Borat.
The mankini. The Borat
The swimming
mankini.
suit.
The
I love it.
mankini.
Yeah, the
Mankini,
mankini. Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I would pay to see that comic book movie. Is Dave running around as a superhero in that outfit, thinking he's at actual? That
No,
would
you
be
don't need to
amazing.
pay me.
Very nice.
It'd be called Hey, it's Dave.
Yeah, it's Dave.
Hey, it's Dave.
Oh no, I'm not going to make any fake accents.
That's
That's rude.
No, that's
That's
the
the
people who
rumor.
see you. You go running by and they're like, "Hey, it's Dave."
It's Dave.
Oh yeah. Those
I
people
just
say
blew
yeah,
the
yeah.
audio. I'm sure. Fuck.
Yeah, you did. You
I'm
peaked,
sorry.
You peaked.
Oh yeah,
that
you
for
did.
sure.
Yeah, you just fucking
It's
lost
red.
your
You
voice
fucking
there. I
broke
think Dave's
it.
becoming a man finally.
Oh,
Jesus
peaked it.
Christ, it's about time.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
I have this dream now of running down Dundas on a lovely afternoon in that swimsuit, just even having the people
I-
on the side of the road looking at me going, that dude
I
fucked
really,
up.
what we're doing right now, I think we're just setting up next episodes. I think it's what we're
Yeah,
doing.
yeah,
I think it's what we're
Dreaming them up. Yeah, yeah.
These
Yeah,
literally
we're
be on
dreaming
We're going,
of the
we're going
future.
into
Yeah.
aspirations now. and it's
Yeah,
great.
yeah,
It's
dreaming
great,
of
yeah.
the future.
Yeah.
Two things I want to comment on. One thing I want to comment. My favorite thing. It hasn't happened in a while, but my fucking favorite thing is when you're in between dreaming and you're in reality. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
When you're riding that line of like I'm kind of passing out.
Yep.
And then if I'm having a conversation with somebody, it's like I'm blurring that reality with what I'm dreaming. Oh my god! I would live there. I would live there.
Have you
If I
ever?
could.
So like your
It's
alarm
like
clock's
dream-
going off,
dream
and
limbo?
like in your dream, you wake up and you like turn off your alarm clock, and it's not
Yeah,
turning off.
Yeah. Oh.
So it's like dream limbo,
Yeah, you felt that. No, I'm talking about
Drimbo.
Drimbo.
No, I have zero.
Can't say.
Oh man,
I'm also one of those annoying people that drives Shannon up the wall. When I wake up, I'm like insta awake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My ex-wife in the beginning of our marriage, she kind of used to fuck with me because I would get in that state. We were just talking to bed or whatever, and then I'd go into that, and she would start asking me some fucking weird ass questions, and I would start responding in a fucking weird ass way.
So she'd try manipulating you even further.
well, she was a manipulator, but we
I
don't
hear
get into that.
the
Yeah,
That's why I
secrets
said
that
even
you
Yeah,
further.
keep.
even further.
Even
But-
further.
but-
And
but
you're
like-
talking in your sleep.
but I love being in that state so much. It's like when I finally fall over into the dreamland, like I'm fucking sad because it's like I'm not being able to play in
Yeah.
that box
Yeah.
anymore.
You're not in Drimbo anymore.
The closest I personally have come to that is just that, and it's happened to me a few times in that sense of, and it probably similar, but as soon as I think that way, I wake up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've never experienced the other side that
it's-
you're describing.
It's
Yeah.
the best. So good.
It's like the jolt that was brought up earlier.
I don't know how you can recreate it. There's got to be a way to recreate it.
Mm.
Like it's only ever happened.
You ever seen the movie Flatliners?
Oh fuck
Yes.
yeah, hundreds of times.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
I guess.
lo-
Yeah,
I
that's
know.
what
By
it
the
is.
way, for the Flatliners, the original,
The good one, yes.
good.
The original.
I haven't
yes.
seen
Not
the
the
There,
remake.
there isn't a new one.
Yeah, there is.
No, there's
What
not.
new
No,
one?
there's
Ah.
not. I've never seen it. What are you crazy?
That'd be like people talking about this remake of Dirty Dancing.
Exactly.
What
What
the
the
fuck? There's
fuck are you
only
doing?
one.
They did that? Did they actually do that?
No, they
I
never
don't
did that.
know. No, seriously, did they actually do that?
They seriously
They
did,
did,
yes.
Because I know they did Roadhouse.
they
Yeah.
did. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
Roadhouse.
RoboCop.
And
was-
again, the
eh.
Roadhouse one
That was
a
sad.
good movie. I just wish they hadn't tried to tie it to that. Because it could have
Yeah.
worked independently.
Yeah,
It
they
was-
did. Yeah, yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
eh.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was a good action fight movie. I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it was all right.
There's been a few movies I've been seeing. I'm like, you know what? I might be into that.
Imagine making a remake of RoboCop and making it PG-13.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember
fuck.
that? Remember
That's
that
a
time
dream.
shit
Right there.
happened?
Which is funny too, because and again we've talked about it before. I
Nope.
always enjoyed the television show of RoboCop, but the remake was
You're
atrocious.
Fired. You're
Oh,
so
it's
fucking.
No, I'm with
fired.
him. I didn't hate the
He like
TV
you guys
show
like
back
the
in the
cartoon
day.
too, right?
I mean, I don't remember
No,
much.
Let's take an R-rated movie and make a children's show out of
They
it.
did that all the fucking
They
time,
did.
And it never worked.
Well, sometimes
Yeah.
it worked.
Like, how long did the Rambo cartoon last?
But that's what made RoboCop work is the brutal violence.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
exactly.
That's true.
And
That's
and
true.
the
They can make it work
satirical.
now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was
nature
all
of it.
satirical.
Yeah, they could do a RoboCop cartoon now. It'd be fucking great.
Well,
Like,
they
but
had
It'd be
to
an
go on
adult.
the
It'd be an
channels.
adult cartoon.
Yeah,
yeah.
adult colors too.
A la Spawn,
Yeah,
but RoboCop.
Yeah.
Oh,
Spawn,
I'm
eh?
so
I'm also
fucking-
Well,
one of those
Invincible's
people.
fucking is right now is super hot, and it's a crazy violent
I've
cartoon.
tried to watch.
Oh,
it.
Yeah,
so good.
I didn't click
Never
with
seen
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like it.
Mine just spawned the movie. Great movie. Moving on.
What the live action?
Yeah.
What the fuck,
Dude, why are you
You
even friends?
only-
You're the one who
you-
brought
listen,
him
I
here.
know. You only say that
Ninja
because
Turtles-
we don't
Ninja
have
Turtles
another
3.
one.
The one with the John Leguizamo clone?
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a great
Actually,
movie.
I didn't mind that movie.
We
either.
do have. It's coming.
Yeah, it's
I've seen.
Is there
some
another
pictures.
Spawn coming?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Is there really?
I think they're getting Jimmy Fox.
You know what's funny is if
I
that
don't
one goes to
remember.
the theaters, I
Might be.
actually have to call my father so he and I can go in because it was the one time he let me pick the movie and we go to this theater and we're the only two in this entire fucking theater.
This guy's dream lineup of movies would be Spawn, followed by Ninja Turtles 3.
I liked 3.
Not watching the first two, just the
followed
third
by
one.
Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
I don't
not a
know
bad
that
movie.
one. Yeah, I don't know that one.
Yeah, well, that'd be a new one for you.
Oh, nice.
It's
I'll look it up.
Is that
as
Robert
terrible as your
Rodriguez?
other favorite
it is.
movies.
Okay, I
Yeah,
haven't
yeah.
seen it,
I was like,
but-
I don't hate it. I don't hate what he
It was
did.
bad.
Wasn't the
It was bad.
worst. wasn't
Spy Kids
great.
was better.
Yeah, Spy Kids is awesome. Yeah.
Mm.
Dreams. You guys ever have it where, like, speaking back to dreams as aspirations, or whatever, where you actually have a dream and it starts to manifest into reality? Has that happened?
No.
No.
Ever seen that before?
Again, I don't remember my dream, so no.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
No.
Yeah, I don't dream like
Yeah,
that.
but-
I guess.
No, there's a couple times where I thought it was going to happen. Like one time I thought I had a dream that the Houston Texans won the Super Bowl. And I was like, oh, and it was like, this was like in the summer or something. I was like, so I like got like a betting app and I put $25 on them to win the Super Bowl. And I was like, won't this be crazy? And they fucking lost. It wasn't even close. But I was like, can you imagine?
so his
Can you
answer-
imagine?
His answer is no.
No.
But just imagine the story if it did,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
holy shit.
Yeah.
Fucking preseason, you bet on them and they win. You fucking make $1
But I was like, it was so
million.
specific, and I had a dream about it, and I was like, why would I have
And
a
this
dream
portion
that
of
this
our
thing
show is
happened?
brought to you by BetMGM.
Do you even like Houston? Like, do you care? Like, what the
Well, no, I wasn't a fan of them. No, like I'm a Bills
He's
fan.
like sports
Yeah.
ball,
Oh, yeah,
huh?
Yeah. The only one that I can really think of that, well, no, I think there's been a few if I really drill down, but the one was getting baptized. I
You had a dream
had a
about it?
dream. Yeah, I had a dream of me being baptized in China.
Did they
And
plunge
then I
you in
got
a river, like one of those plungy ones?
No, like the dream was like I was already
Super soakers,
surrounded.
China.
Like I remember it was like I don't know how I knew it was China. I just knew. Like, but I remember being surrounded by
Yeah.
the water, the whole thing, and then I think maybe the person was doing was like Chinese descent that I remember. But I remember it was so fucking strong in my mind. Like that is crazy that I thought about that. And then yeah, maybe 7 months later, I was baptized in China.
Like
So-
a Christian baptism?
A Christian baptism
in China.
in China.
But it's one of those things. And I'm not
And
disputing.
then they haul them off.
It's the weirdest thing. I know.
But what I mean is, I'm not disputing what you're describing in that fact it
You
was
should,
not
though.
planned. But really, what it comes down to is by having the dream, you're now thinking and
Right.
wanting and going in that direction.
Motioning into that direction.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly.
I'm
And
not
that's-
saying that that's exactly why.
No,
it
no, no,
happened,
no,
but you
no.
know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah. Listen, chemicals, blah, 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 all this shit that happens, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Gets you there. But yes, that is what I'm thinking. Like, I think there is something to that where, yeah, you can dream something and it will set you on course into kind of that pathway, whether it's subconscious.
That's
or
a nice thing.
Because you can visualize it and it feels real, and you're like, okay, well, I'm just going to do
yeah.
that now.
And I don't regret it. Like,
Yeah.
wonderful, fucking beautiful experience. I have
Yeah.
those people in my life forever because of it.
Mhm.
All that stuff just for if anybody cares anecdotally. But just, it's crazy that it's like, oh, wow, how did and literally it felt like my dream when it
And
actually
before you
happened.
had the dream, is this something you had like considered or thought
No.
about before?
No.
Then yeah, that is kind of crazy.
No, it wasn't even in my head.
No.
No. People that maybe talk to me about
Yeah.
certain things, I was very resistant
Yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff like that. And I was like, oh, like
Am I allowed to be horrible? It was
No.
just God coming to touch
it
you.
was
Yeah.
actually. He
Yeah.
touched me right in my penis.
You got baptized on your penis?
Yeah, I did. Just my penis.
Dude.
This is the holiest thing right here.
Here's what I love
This
about
is
the
Man,
podcast.
and God's sitting down and watching, and he's like, "That was a great. I inspired him in his dream. He went to China. He did it, and it came full circle to this moment. And then God was like,
Yeah,
"You ruined it,
What the
man."
fuck,
Yeah.
man? Like, Jesus. You ruined
Oh. All right. Well, there we go. We've
Well, now my
officially-
dick is no longer blessed. I guess.
So your dick's gonna get into heaven. The
Yeah.
rest of you
Yeah.
goes to hell.
Well, that was always going
When
to
you're
be
at the
way.
gate,
Oh,
like,
would that
you're
be
walking
funny?
into heaven, and they close the gate.
Chagall member.
little wings grow to the
Yeah.
side.
Oh, that'd be creepy.
What do you mean little
Penis.
wings?
It goes
Like
to-
a giant,
goes to
giant, massive fucking angel
Giant wings on a little.
That's right, Chris.
Look like a
really
fucking-
giant.
It's like a
Chris.
butterfly, right?
Yeah.
Tiny little body, giant wings.
That's right.
Metamorphosis.
Really,
Yeah.
really big, Chris.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Yes.
well
Dude,
done.
your
Yeah,
penis
it's a
is
good
large.
size.
Huge
sir.
wings. Huge wings.
And
Carry
if,
that,
if it's
yeah.
not, I'll blame God. I'll be like, this is your fault. It should be bigger. So you did it.
To which you
That's all
reply,
I
I hear
have
this a lot.
It's like every other fucking complaint. Okay.
yeah.
That line is over there, sir.
yeah.
But yeah, that was an experience, and I think it is that. I think I did to manifest, but like I just went in that direction because it was so prominent in my mind.
Yeah.
No, it's still interesting the fact that you've never thought of this, and then suddenly you have a dream about it, and now it's always kind of there.
Yeah.
But wait a second.
yeah.
But wait a second. So had you started following the Jesus before this?
Not really. No.
No. Okay.
No.
I guess you know that. You understand
No, I had
that,
I had like, and I'm not gonna get into it too much, but I had a moment that was like, fuck, sort of thing, where I really kind of felt, I guess, more intrigued by the notion of it, but it was not on my path to follow that.
Yeah.
No. And then that dream happened. I was like,
Your subconscious.
This sounds like an interesting subject for
it's a
a
subconscious
future
reaching
Yeah,
into your
that-
soul and
Yeah, yeah.
extracting
Yeah,
the
maybe.
pieces
Yeah.
for Jesus to eat.
wait, I eat Jesus. He doesn't eat me. I
You
eat
got it
him.
backwards. You got it backwards.
He got my penis. I can't.
Oh, I'm not even peeing. I'm not making this sexual. But don't ruin the moment.
Okay, sorry, Jesus.
Remember when Dave used to look like Jesus?
What do you mean used to? Well, no, yeah.
Yeah,
no,
dude, he-
I don't quite look
More
like
so
him.
before.
I mean, maybe he looks like hockey Jesus now.
Yeah. If Jesus was a hockey dad. Yeah, exactly. That's true.
Oh, you go, eh?
Oh, yeah.
For checking. God
Yeah.
damn it.
Why did Jesus become fucking Canadian? Poser.
Because
Poser, huh?
Dave's Canadian.
Poser, eh?
It was, yeah.
Yeah, I am
Yeah.
Canadian.
Poser.
Yeah. So that was it. I can think of other things too, but I think, I think that's just what it ultimately comes down to.
Yeah, that's a good example.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Interesting stuff. What other dream stuff, guys? What else are we talking about?
Yeah.
Comes to dream.
Sleep
I talked
paralysis
about
was one thing.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
talk about
right.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Jump on that.
Talk
Yeah,
about
yeah.
sarcastic distraction. That was like 45 minutes ago.
Let's see. So this would have been, I would have been like in my early 20s. And I'd started new medication. I won't go into what it was specifically. But
Cialis.
yeah, exactly. So I had to sleep laying down on my back. But
I mean, he rolls over, you're going to kick him. Push you back over.
But as I started taking this medication, I started to have like weird, like when I would fall asleep, I would fall asleep really quickly. And it started to happen where like when I was falling asleep, I would be in that like in between state, like you said.
Yeah.
But then I would start to feel like super heavy, like almost like I was being like pulled through the bed.
Whoa.
And there was this one time where I can still actually remember it quite vividly, where I got stuck in that mode where I like was looking around and I felt like I was asleep and I was trying to move like my arms, legs. I couldn't move anything. And the room around, I couldn't tell if I was like my eyes were closed or they were open, but I was in the room that I was in. I was in the bed that I was in the exact position, but looking around, like I could look around the room, but I couldn't tell if my eyes were open or not. And I did get the sense that there was like this like force like coming from the corner of the room that I like wanted to get away from.
That's demons.
Yeah, well, I don't know what it was, but
It's fucking
what
crazy.
happened was that I like started to get like to panic and I couldn't move, and I started to like be able to move my finger a little bit, and like as I started to move it, like I could move further and further, and I could move my hand to like do that, and then I woke up like from it, like I snapped out of it. But this took like maybe like 15 minutes
Oh, wow.
of being stuck in this mode where I was in the room I was in,
Freaky.
but it was all like very like it was dreamlike. So I don't know if I was like my eyes were closed and I was imagining the room around me, or my eyes were open and it was just like dark and
It's a little
I couldn't
both
tell.
by the
That's
sounds of
Maybe it was a bit of both, but
crazy.
it took forever to be able to like snap out of it. But yeah, I was not being able to move, and then slowly moving, I regained. But then after that, like I like calmed down, like I was like almost like hyperventilating, and then when I went to sleep after that, I just was out like a light.
Wow.
Yeah.
That does sound creepy. It's almost like when you hear the stories of people that have to go through surgeries where they're actually awake.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah,
they're
yeah.
supposed to be not awake. Fuck. That sounds. I'm not
Yeah.
saying it's the same, but yeah, like I hear stories about that again. When they were doing some of the stuff upstairs, I brought it up. I'm like, I'm not going to be like partially awake as you're doing all this shit, right? Like, no, we'll make sure. Don't worry.
Yeah,
I don't want to smell my
sometimes-
brain.
Sometimes sometimes there are people who have brain surgeries where they need to be awake
Sometimes, yeah.
because if they
Yeah.
poke like the wrong thing,
Oh,
or some
yeah.
shit,
Dr.
we know.
Penfield, I smell burnt toast.
Yeah.
or even
Classic.
like
Yeah.
they'll have like somebody playing guitar because that's what they do,
Yeah.
and if they like can't play guitar anymore or stop playing guitar, they know they fucked up and hit the wrong fucking nerve or some shit.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope. None of that for me, thankfully.
Oh yeah, no shit.
I know me. I am not one of those wonderful. I am a man. I can do anything. Nope. I
No,
don't want
knock
to see
me the
blood. I
fuck
don't
out.
Yep. I don't want to have any memory. Fuck it.
Oh, we got to do surgery on your foot. You want local aesthetic? Fuck you. Knock me the fuck out.
Yep.
Dental cleaning,
Yeah, knock
put me
the-
under, please.
That's where that one I have to admit I don't understand, because to me you go to a dentist, sure, you have to open your mouth and they go and that sounds like shit, but I've never understood
It's-
it for
it's just
dentists.
an
For me,
excuse
it's the
to
sounding
get
like
laughing
shit.
gas.
It's the constant pulling at them and all that stuff. Especially, listen,
Hmm.
I'll never stay awake for them taking out a tooth again. That fucking sucks.
Oh, you stood.
I've
stood
had-
away for
Oh
one,
yeah,
A
there was a one molar I had back here.
Mhm.
One wisdom.
You went to the fucking students that one time, though.
I know that's not
That's
what I'm
not the one
talking
you're talking about? Okay,
no.
like-
But yes, I have it.
I'm like, you went to the. No wonder you don't want to. You went
No,
to the
this
fucking-
was
Grade
this
6
was-
class too.
This is my legit. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. This is my Yeah, I fucked it up. Like, why? You
Yeah,
guys
big
are-
Bristol
then-
board.
and
And
then
You guys are in your second
Yeah.
year. You fucking-
And then the
Science fair.
principal came out and was like, "Sir, you're not supposed to be in the schoolyard."
I almost want to do that.
Why
Going
are
to
you in
an
the bathroom?
elementary
Yeah.
school.
No, it was a wisdom tooth. It was actually an orthodontist through my dentist, and I went there. They did a great work. They broke it up in 4 pieces and they pulled it
Yeah.
all out. All that sort of
Scoop
stuff,
it
right?
out.
But the thing is, like, the whole experience, you're there for like an hour. It's just
Yeah.
all that fucking intensity is going on your head.
Yeah.
I got PTSD for like a day
Yeah.
or two after that.
Oh
It was like,
man,
fucking sucks.
Yeah.
I go there and sometimes like nowadays they have like the TV on the fucking ceiling.
Yeah.
I just fucking
That's
sit there
true.
like,
That's because you
"Oh, you
pre-medicate.
done yet?"
You pre-medicate.
That's
Yeah,
true.
that's
I'm fucking high as fuck when I
That's
walk
why.
in. Because I've got all my wisdom teeth except for one,
Yeah.
and like I heard the cracking and the pulling and the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was just like, "You fucking done yet? This is
that's-
annoying."
I got
this guy.
I got
then-
4 out and I could.
And then a shard of it.
I was gonna
ended
get
up-
another 6. I'm like, no.
ended up staying in there. My fucking gum pushed it out through the side.
Oh.
They actually went in, like, fucking pulled it out through the side of my gum.
Ouch.
Yeah, that sucked.
That sucks.
That was like worse than
That's got to
the
be
whole thing
PTSD.
itself.
Yeah.
That was worse than the thing itself.
Yeah, when they took out mine, I have to give dentist, and she was a short lady, but she got right in there, and fuck, she had them out in like 30 minutes. I was very impressed. And I still, the hammer thing, that still freaks me out, though. It is there, okay, don't watch.
Yeah, like what the
Fuck.
fuck?
How
Like,
short are we talking here?
Yeah, like 4 foot. Like midget
I
status,
can't
or-
give you an exact.
Okay.
All I
She's got her
remember,
foot on his
but
chest.
yeah, no,
Fucking
she.
reefing.
Hey, she got in there.
She's like
and-
on his chest, like.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've never had the anesthesia that they did with the wisdom teeth.
I
did.
Yeah,
Like
I
when
did.
you're all like, my mom.
You know what's funny? I never got that for the wisdom teeth, which I was actually disappointed because when I was a kid, I did have another tooth pulled because it got infected, and they gave me the laughing gas for it.
Oh yeah.
And
No.
after that, not only did I feel great, I was the show of my entire family for that ride home. Apparently, and I don't remember
Is this
much
real
other
life?
than being happy.
Only
And
cameras
apparently,
existed back then.
oh yeah, had
Yeah.
cameras
Right?
I
existed,
know.
this would be on
David after
YouTube's.
dentist.
Oh yeah,
right.
apparently, I was somewhere else, and I was just
Yeah. I love it.
yep. All I remember is being really happy.
Oh sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
guess that could
Oh,
be
but
like
Were you
doped out.
laughing?
that could be considered a dreamlike state, depending
Oh
on
yeah.
the level of,
Hell yeah.
of
Oh yeah,
Sure.
Dave wasn't here.
highness of anesthesia, right?
Yeah. Of course, you can get to dreamlike states from
Yeah.
drugs. Absolutely.
Oh, hell yeah.
DMT.
Oh, okay. Well, fucking LSD, man.
Yeah. In fact, DMT is interesting because of the fact that everyone talks. I've never.
That's
done
not a dream
physical-
though, because everybody
Yeah,
everybody
but-
meets the same aliens.
But that's the thing. They go into this
The
weird,
Clockwork Elves.
Yeah. But there's like, I think it's in Finland now. There's an actual group, a study group, where they've got people that
group.
they're steady dripping DMT so they can try to map out the world that they're seeing.
Hmm.
And they're actually coming up with an actual art, like image of it,
Huh.
which is fucked up. That
Clockwork Elf tour.
I don't think
or
it's
like-
fucked up. I think it's
I
I
think.
just think that is kind of crazy how
It's fucking
collective
neat.
consciousness
Yeah, where's
is
the
trying
map?
to.
I want to see this map now.
So I have to admit, this
no
is
phone,
now
sorry.
me being me in that sense of so a group of people are getting together, doing drugs, and agreeing with one another on what they see.
Under
I'm
control.
surprised.
Write it on
Under
the
control
board,
situation.
man.
Yeah, I'm very
see,
surprised.
But see, that's my question, because there are some people who have never don't do it together, and they're saying that they see the same shit.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the interesting
Right?
thing
Yeah.
about DMT over any other drug. Is everyone seems to have similar experiences, yet
Yeah.
they can't describe it.
Isn't that like Aldous Huxley or whatever what's that? The Doors of Perception, where he had kind of like a thing, like he would try to map out what he would see.
Yeah.
I
He
think
was, was into
Timothy
something
Leary
else.
did the same
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. So that's kind of
it's
crazy.
like a waking dream, man. It's wild.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'd ever do LSD again.
I probably will do DMT.
I
Probably
Steady
be
drip. You're gonna go
interested.
join that.
I mean,
the
why
mapping
not?
cult? Yeah, yeah.
You gonna
What
fucking
about-
keep me high for 8 hours while I fucking try to tell you what I'm seeing?
Is
What
that,
about-
how do you
what about
how do you
ayahuasca?
apply to that school,
try
that
that. It's the same
DMT
sort of
mapping
thing.
school? Is it like, can you apply to it, or can you get like use OSAP or something. To go.
Oh yeah, can I get transferred? Can we do like an exchange?
Do my
here?
credits roll over?
yeah. Are they transferable? Yeah.
Do I
It'd be
have to
kinda
write down
fun
my
just to
entire
try to
high
fill
history?
up an OSAP just to see what they do.
Because I'm going to be high so long, you will feed me, right? Because I need to make sure that I will not be focused on eating.
Feeding tube rating.
Yeah, the feeding tube.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, it's just kind of crazy that that's the world we live in where people are fucking figuring that sort of shit out.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be wild if there was some sort of multiple?
That's how you get to
Yeah,
the
yeah.
multiverse.
Maybe
That's
through drugs.
how,
Yeah, we
yeah.
knew that. I think it was
Would you
obvious.
want
legitimately,
to go to
the
the
astral plane.
multiverse, though?
Depends
I don't know.
on. It depends.
But see, that's my big challenge. I guess it depends what we mean by go. Like if you can go and interact or do stuff, then okay, I'd be kind of up for it. But if it's
Yeah, I
one of
don't need
those,
to go and
you can only
observe.
go
Fuck
and
that.
observe.
Yeah.
Fuck.
No.
Like I don't want to see shit like that. I can do nothing. That's what the fucking news and crap is.
And like one of
for.
those Jurassic Park balls, you just go into the multiverse. You know those like big clear glass balls.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
I'm like Jurassic Park balls.
Like
I don't remember
the T-Rex
seeing-
balls. Yeah.
I don't remember seeing testicles.
catch
on
'em
it.
all.
Those like big like the dome thing,
gotta
like
catch 'em
glass
all,
things
right?
that whatever that they're on.
I thought all the dinosaurs were girls. I didn't
know they were
Red Bulls.
Oh yeah.
Men in Black. That's what I was more thinking. The bulbs and Men in Black. That's what I was
how the
perceiving.
universe is in the marble or whatever.
Yeah,
Balls
everything's a
and-
marble.
Oh right. No, I know
Yeah.
what you're talking about. The vehicles.
The vehicles,
Yeah.
the vehicles.
Yes, they were-
I was thinking the marbles, and that's where I was confused too.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We are just all marbles rolling around with other
I have a
marbles.
couple marbles up there.
But they're still there.
I've lost.
You've
my,
knocked a few loose. but
I've
that's
lost
okay.
my marbles.
Hmm.
I'm like that guy.
You
now.
lost me marbles.
You'll find it.
Like that guy. now.
They'll turn up.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's actually funny because way back, and this is totally off topic, but of course, my kids, they threw their marbles into my garden. And so over the course of almost over 10 years
You
now,
grew marble trees.
Oh,
no, they're still in
marble
there.
trees.
I love it. Every year when I go work in my garden, there's marbles in there.
That's fine.
But no marble trees.
Yeah, because it's funny because
kids
you know
suck at planting.
Dave of
That's on
10 years
topic.
ago, I was throwing them out, getting pissed off. Now when I see one, I'm like, oh, and I leave it
Yeah.
in there for next year.
Nostalgia.
Yeah.
Marbles. Yeah.
I've now turned into old man David.
Now you're gonna dream about marbles and being a leader in the war that's coming to us about Adventure Street.
And that swinger pit.
And the
and
swinger pit.
And
furry
the
walls.
swinger
very
pit.
well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna have one giant dream involving all of this.
That'd be
He'll,
kinda
he'll
cool.
be using his slingshot. With
You know
his
what? I don't
marbles
have
like
much
Dennis the Menace.
responsibility. Maybe to help this dream come about, maybe I'll do some shrooms.
I was
tonight.
just gonna
Yeah, there
say,
you go,
I
yeah.
dream like a motherfucker. On
I'm doing my
shrooms.
part.
Yeah, cosmonauts.
well played.
But like, I do dream like crazy on shrooms.
Yeah.
Fucking, it's
I do the
nuts.
cognitive dreams. I don't count them really as dreams. My mind
When you're
wanders
When
constantly.
you're asleep.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Never
yeah.
asleep really.
Oh
for
yeah.
me.
Oh no, when I sleep on, I'm fucking out.
Yeah, I'm.
Oh, I'm out. But like, I remember like the
Nah.
entire dream sequence when
Nope.
I'm
No.
when I'm
Nope.
in that. In fact, I remember one night after shrooms, I had like 3 separate dreams, and I remembered all of them, and I didn't wake up.
That must be my body's time. Like if it's like, okay, your brain is
Yeah.
overstimulated. It's time to shut the fuck
Get the
down.
fuck down. Now.
Yeah, by the way, for our
No.
listeners, always be responsible in the things you consume and do them safely and properly. Never
Yeah,
do
d-
shrooms.
don't blame
Live
other
your own
people
life.
for
I'm not
how
here
high
with
you
all
are.
of you.
Never do shrooms late at night.
Bullshit.
Oh, I'm sorry. I once made that mistake of taking shrooms at like 10:30 in the evening when I was out on a fishing trip with guys. Yeah, takes like an hour. By that point, what was I doing? Trying to go to sleep, and it hits.
no.
Oh, fuck! I did not sleep until like 4 a.m.
I did them at midnight.
Yeah, that's what acid's like, but like multiply it.
Yeah, well, see, that's just it. Yeah,
Yeah.
no. I personally am a fan of a responsible amount of shrooms. I am. I will admit this.
What's the responsible?
But I will admit, once it gets past like 7 o'clock, nope, no shrooms for me. Because I want to make sure that when I'm ready to go to bed, I can just go to bed.
That's reasonable.
Yeah, it's reasonable.
It's
It's
responsible.
no fun, but it's reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
What's
I don't know
the
if you
point of-
noticed about me. I'm generally
Not
more
fun?
Yeah.
Not fun. Yeah,
He was
you're
trying
not
to
a
think
fun
of
I
a better
was
way to
thinking
say it.
responsible. I am responsible.
Potato,
AJ.
potato.
I think you like.
Tomato.
Okay, geezer.
I think you like to perform as responsible. Says the guy who does shrooms before going to bed. Oh fuck.
Everyone has different definitions of
Exactly.
responsible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Try
Yeah.
smoking them next time, Dave. It's more fun.
Smoking shrooms?
You can't listen for okay.
He
You're wait. You're not
he's
even
got the
full
memory
human
of a
anymore. Fuck off. Okay?
goldfish.
You're not even a full human. We've discussed this. So AJ is now a different being because of the fact. No. Because of the fact that he smoked shrooms.
Yeah.
Okay, on a joint.
Okay.
So it fucked him up. You can tell the story if you want. Fucked him up so bad. But I think in our conversations, I don't think he's recovered. I think he's now changed, and I think there's a reason why.
chemically.
Because also, I'm betting your hate on mushrooms intensified after that because now you hate yourself because the shrooms are now a part of you.
My hate on mushrooms is like it's a cannibalism thing,
Oh,
right?
Because mushrooms are meaty.
yeah.
Because and I'm part mushroom now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I was at a party
Yeah.
and we had some mushrooms and we'd eaten all the mushrooms.
Yeah. Okay.
But there's still a little bit of dust at the bottom of the bag.
Yeah. Yeah.
We didn't want to waste the dust.
Of course not.
So we
yeah.
put it in a joint.
Mhm.
And we rolled the joint. We smoked
Natural.
it.
Yeah. Sure.
And this is like one of those fucking scenarios like it was like a cartoon, like how they explain
idea.
drugs work in cartoons and
Mhm.
stuff. Oh, you take a joint and you take a puff and you hold it in for 3
Yeah.
seconds, you blow it out, and like
Yeah.
the world just fucking
Yeah.
that happened.
Really?
It's just fucking intense. Dude. It was like
I've never
you
even
take it,
heard
like,
of that before.
and you blow it. I was just like, ooh, the smoke's coming out like purple and shit. It was
Really?
fucking wild. But it's probably not the greatest thing because a mushroom is a spore and you're
Yeah.
nailing it into your lung.
Yeah.
So it's probably not the best for your.
Hmm.
Yeah. So now Chris thinks I'm a
I
hybrid.
don't think
Scientist.
I'm pretty.
I'm a
convinced-
hybrid.
I'm pretty convinced
Psilocybin.
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
a
yeah,
change
you are.
moment for you. I don't know who you were before then, but I don't think you were this. I
That was,
think you're
that was like
someone
I shed my cells. And
Some kind of hybrid now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
his capillaries look like a fucking spore.
Real
nature.
I mean, oh, what you don't know is my superhero name is Psilocybin.
Psilocybin.
Nice.
Like, okay.
That's all right. Look at
My
Yeah, I
superpower
like it.
is having you trip out until you
Yeah.
damage your own
But
self.
you said your experience like it did not go away for like a long time. Like you were fucked up for a while after that, right?
Really?
Yeah, probably a good day or so.
That's what. Yeah.
You know how you get like I don't know. I've taken a lot of
Sure,
hallucinogenics.
sure.
So like there's like acid hangovers.
right.
You ever had a mushroom hangover?
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I've had a lot of mushroom.
No, I
yeah,
don't
it was
think I
it was like
have.
a
Other than
mushroom
being really
hangover for
tired.
a few days.
That's yeah.
So you're like really hazy and kind of like just out of it and like
Yeah.
not really.
You know what? If
You're not
up
like
there,
you're not like a complete degenerate and like slaughtering all over yourself or anything. But you just
real
kinda, like,
quickly. If
you just
anybody's
kinda, like, have
watching
to
this,
process things a little harder. For
But that's what-
a day or two.
fucked up. If you out there smoke mushrooms and can fucking relate to this, please. I've never heard of anybody doing that before until you. I need context. Please reach out to us. 'cause
I'm gonna
I
have to.
fucking-
I'm gonna
If
have to
you've
call my
done it
buddy back home and
already,
see
if
he
you've done,
remembers
don't
doing
try
it.
it.
Yeah,
It
do
wasn't
not
just me.
try it.
Yeah,
Do
yeah, don't
not-
try.
Only
Don't
if you've
no.
done it already.
That's right.
Do
Yeah.
not try it.
Yeah, it wasn't just me. It was like me and like 4 other people.
Yeah,
And you are now
I
the
wasn't the only
alien
dumb
mushroom
one.
people.
yeah. That's how it all starts. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean,
The origin
considering
story.
mushroom DNA and human DNA apparently share some sort of maybe there was a coalescence of
Yeah.
Meat.
you know
They share meat together.
No, it's probably
It was-
just
it
us
was-
guys trying to find something to fuck.
it was absorbed.
It's always that. It's always
It's-
that. This
Let's
guy's
be
all
honest.
fucking
how it
one
all
another.
It's
starts.
either we're trying to fuck it or smoke it.
Yeah.
One of the two.
And typically we're smoking it so we can fuck it.
Yeah, it's
That's
probably,
really what's
yeah.
happening there. Yeah, it's totally right.
Yeah,
So we didn't even talk about sex dreams. That's crazy.
Yeah,
So
no
should we
kidding.
wrap this up though?
we should. We should wrap
Yeah,
it
just
up.
end on mushroom fucking. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a good time to wrap up, eh?
Can't think of a better one.
Exactly. Yeah. Let's get it going. And you out there, what are your thoughts on dreams? Do you have them? Do you not? What do you think about our dreams? We want to keep the conversation going, so let's do that. Please reach out to us on wherever you're listening to us on the comment section. Reach out to us on our Discord server, anywhere on the social medias. I Googled us. If you Google us, you can talk to us. So please do. Let's keep the conversation going. If you like what we're doing here, you can support us, obviously, by saving 10% buying beef jerky, by smoking on beef jerky. You can support Americans by supporting Canadians by buying American. And then also, we got ourselves a Buy Me a Coffee link. You can help us keep the lights on, pay for the bubblies, and all that good stuff to do that. If you like what we're doing, you want to keep things going, please do. But also, if you're not feeling well in the mental health department, we want you to know you matter, not just to us, but those around you. It's important to talk about that shit going inside your head, even if you're fucking smoking mushrooms. So, if you can't seek out any of the help in your vicinity, we're going to have some links in our description so you can seek out the help you might need. But until next time, I've been Harvey.
I'm the Dave.
What's up?
Wow.
I got
Let's talk
I got-
about that now.
I got a real good joke for you guys this time. Insert something funny here. Right? That was a good one, right?
Did they call that a callback?
That was a good one.
Was
that a
that
good
one should
callback?
stay.
Yeah,
that
that's
one
it,
should
yeah.
stay.
I got
Great.
Dave with
That
that
was
one.
funny.
You got me.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: I'm actually going to insert like a terrible joke.
You guys
I'm
all
going to make
laughed
your
at it.
job real hard, Chris.
Thank you. And you just got yourself sarcastically attracted. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, Mr.
Anytime.
Thanks,
Cosgrove.
Mr. Cosgrove.
Anytime.
Anytime, please come back. Yeah, and thank you so much for hanging out. Have a wonderful night. Peace.
Take care, all.
Bye now.